Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because I was not expecting this release to show up on my door the day after I purchased it, but oh my goodness, I'm so glad it's here. We are playing around with the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette. I saw this all over Instagram. I was so excited for it, and when I saw it in person, it's beautiful. I am so excited to be playing around with it today, as well as I picked up the lip kit that has the black liquid lipstick and the lip oil, and we talk about the Oudgasm perfumes that I was able to get my hands on. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look, some swatches from the palette, and my thoughts on the release, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, I was not sure what I was going to film with today. I have a couple things that I've already purchased and need to try out and use, and I'm really excited for those items, but this I ordered on the 1st when it was released. Today is the 2nd. Oh, shoot. It came overnight. I did not order priority, I just did regular shipping, but this release is after my teenage heart. I was very much into black lips, dark liner, shadows, all of that as a teenager. This is the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge. When I saw the release of this on Instagram, it was all over Huda Beauty, Trend Mood. They were all talking about it. And I saw it and I was just kind of like, where has this been all my life? I have some palettes where I can like dip into each one and get similar colors. This color story is after my heart. It absolutely grabs my teenage girl heartstrings because I was very much into the goth and I loved the dark colors. Granted, there is the recent Natasha Denona release, the, what is it, Xenix palette. Loved that, but I loved black eyeshadow, dark shades, smokiness. So I'm excited to play around with this. Of course, we need to swatch it. There are some other things that were released, like the liquid lipstick, a liquid matte in the shade Ex-Wife, but it is a black liquid lipstick. I just purchased one for Halloween. And then there is a silk balm, and it is also black. So we're gonna play around with those. There was a gloss. I'm not a huge fan of the highlighter glossiness. I like regular highlighters. So I didn't pick it up, but that's preference. All right, so we're going to do some swatches of Pretty Grunge before I dive in and decide what I want to do. And then we are going to play around with the liquid lipstick. I am going to use predominantly everything that I have Huda Beauty in front of me, with the exception of a couple items. So if you want to know anything that I'm using outside of the palette and other things that I talk about, check the drop down box. They're all listed down below. And stay tuned to the end because we're going to discuss some details about my holiday giveaway. Okay, the swatches did not disappoint. I am absolutely in love with the shade Rebel, which is in the bottom row in the center. That shade, when you look at it, it looks like a marbled effect, but when swatched, it's got purple, gold, and silver glitter in it. It is so stunning, and I really want to play with that shade today. Now, the shade Grunge, which is kind of like the black eyeshadow base, every tutorial that I was watching use that shade, and I've had those gel-like primer shades before in her palettes. I don't gravitate towards them. I have oily lids and they don't seem to stay put on me, so I'm probably gonna stick with the primer that I tend to use. And it bums me out because it is a really pretty shade. It's kind of like an oil slick though, so with my greasy eyelids, I want my makeup to last. And as much as I think it's a great idea to have a black eyeshadow primer, this is not the type of consistency that works well on my skin. So I love that it's in there for those that can use it. For me, it's not necessarily the shade to use. Now, some of the other shimmers that I'm absolutely in love with, the shade Stand Up, I can use that on a daily basis for work, as well as there's a bunch of matte shades in here that I could also use daily. I will have to stay away from the darker shades like the black shade Renegade. I just don't go that dark with my makeup when it comes to being in uniform. Otherwise, I'm loving this palette. So some of the shades are kind of cool toned, but there's also some that have an underlying richness of warm tones. So you get a good contrast. And then for the shimmers, you have a lot of lighter shimmers with the exception of Avant-Garde, which is kind of like a suede black with gold and silver glitter is what it looks like. Quite interesting, as well as the shade Haphazard. And that one looks like one of the crushed pearl shades because it actually has kind of like a matte black undertone with, is that the one I'm thinking of? Yes. It has the matte black undertone with a cranberry and kind of like a bronzy gold glitter. But I am excited to play around with this and see what I can come up with, because watching the Insta stories or the reels or the tutorials, I've been a little bit jealous until it popped up at my front door today. So let me go ahead, prime my eyes, and we will dive into this palette. Okay, the first shade I'm going to dip into is Freedom. And when I swatched this shade, even though it looks very, very light and pale in the pan, it seemed to be a little bit deeper when I swatched it. So I'm interested to see how it looks when I apply it. There is a little kick up in the pan, but that's not a big deal unless that's like a deal breaker for you. I do like the color payoff because when you look at it in the pan, that's not the shade that you would think would be on my eyelid. This downside to this primer shade is when I blew away the kick up from Freedom, some of it kind of grabbed into that shade. I'm gonna go into the shade Fearless. I'm gonna continue to use the fluffy crease brush to place it, and I might deepen it up later. But I do know that I want to use the shade Renegade. And I'm keeping this low in the crease. I'm gonna bring it in towards the center. The other thing is, as a teenager, I was not that good at applying makeup. Not like some of the girls that I see on Instagram and YouTube, and they're in their teens, and I was like, I was not doing makeup looks like that. I was not that advanced. But YouTube definitely came out after I got out of high school. I want to say I was in the military by the time I'd ever heard of YouTube. Because honestly, I was a eyeliner and lip gloss kind of girl, but I would definitely do a black lip. Kind of cool toned right now. Going into the shade Renegade. This one, I'm gonna switch over into my compacted smudge brush. I'm gonna pack it on and then blend it out. But I've been using a lot of like deeper shades, especially for my Halloween looks. I only did one Halloween tutorial, which was the Vampire Glam. But when I did my Freddy makeup, it was very similar to my Vampire Glam. Okay, there is some really good payoff with that, and I probably dipped in harder than I needed to because I don't want it to be all blacked out. See, and I took it too high. All right, no additional product. I'm gonna see if I can kind of blend that edge out. All right, and it smoothed out a little bit. And now just blending that out a little bit. All right, I'm gonna clear off the excess product because it's kind of, it's not as defined as I would like it. I get it, it's pretty grunge, but I also want my pretty grunge to still show the shades that I have right there. You can do grunge and have it a little more defined and just blend out the edges. Let me know your thoughts on this palette. Like, is it a color story that you like? Do you like the lighter tones in here? Because even if you don't like the deeper tones, there's some really pretty light shades. And the shimmers are stunning. All right, so I got that a little smoked out. The other thing I like to do is once I do the shimmer, do my base products, sometimes I need to deepen it up. I like to do that at the end. So that's where we're at right now. I am gonna go back into Fearless on the fluffy crease brush and just on the outer edge, blend all of that. I'm gonna go into the shade Rebel. And actually it's not Rebel, it's like Rebel. It's like Belle from Beauty and the Beast with R-E. Sorry, I might just be reading way too much into that. I really like this shade. Oh, with a finger, it is so intense, but it is beautiful. I am going to use a dry brush and see how it picks up to define the inner corner. Is anyone surprised if you've been here before? It picked up a little bit. It would probably prefer one of my silicone brushes, which I still have not found. Just trying to finesse that corner. It doesn't need to be perfect. And it's picking up on the dry brush, it just doesn't prefer it. And then what's still left on here? Because it doesn't need to be perfect. It's literally pretty grunge. All right, let me do this eye, some base products, and I'll be back. Okay, so base products are done as far as they can be until I finish the eye. So I think we're gonna keep it with the same shades I had already used and just kind of finesse everything else. I'm gonna go into the shade Freedom. I'm gonna use my little tiny compacted smudge brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Fearless. This is only gonna go into the center of the eye. And into the shade Renegade. I'm gonna place it where I want it to go, and then I'm gonna use my smudge brush to blend the outer corner. Defined. Now I don't need to fill in my brows. I had them done earlier. I just need to use some brow wax, liner, mascara. I'll be back for lips. Okay, one thing I realized I forgot to do, I do it all the time, is the inner corner and the brow bone. So there is a shade in here that I think would be really good for the inner corner, but then I also feel like there's something that I could do that's a little like funky. So I was looking at Maverick, which is kind of a silvery shade, and I was thinking that'd be a lot of fun, but I don't know how I feel about it on the brow bone. So I think I'm gonna take Stand Up and mix it with Maverick to do the inner corner and the brow bone. We'll see. I might regret it, but makeup is all about trying things out. Stand Up looks a little bit darker than I want it to be for the inner corner. I think Maverick could definitely like light it up a little bit. Ooh, it did. And I might need to touch up my liner, but like, it is what it is. And now for the brow bone. Oh, that is very shiny. And I'm just tapping in. I'm not like swirling it around or anything in the pan, just to pick up a little bit of it. I think that did the trick. It was really pretty. If I hadn't already done like another, actually, who doesn't mind a little bit of highlighter? I think I'm gonna do that for my cheeks. Oh, yes. That is a perfect highlighter shade. Hey, you never know what you can get when you just mix a couple shades. The other highlighter I used will be linked down below, so definitely check that out. Now, one thing I have I've been seeing. And there was a nude lip quad that was released. I only liked one of the shades that was in there, so I didn't see a point in purchasing the entire thing. But I have been seeing the ombre lips everywhere, where you have the black liquid lipstick on the outside and then a nude shade on the inside. However, I have not done a ombre lip like that. Not with a nude lip per se. So we're gonna try. This may go very wrong, but I will try, and if not, I just don't attempt it again. I did pick up another pinky brown. Last one was like the mini size because I wasn't sure if I liked it. I use this for every one of my nude lips. All right, so I'm gonna start out lining with the nude lip pencil. I did not pick up a lip contour 2.0 in the black shade. I also think it was sold out when I went to go purchase it, but I do have a black lip liner from NYX. So I figured start with the nude, that way I can do the black and then try and blend them together. We'll see. So I think I'm going to take the nude up a little bit more before I put the black down. It's still one of my favorite shades. Why does my lip always look weird? I think that fixed it. I had the hardest time getting them even. My lips are just shaped weird. All right, and then the shade Evil Genius from NYX. I'm really only doing this to get an idea of where the black liquid lipstick should go and how high. I feel like I'm doing the like plastic surgery marks. That's so weird. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the nude liquid lipstick first before I do the black. And I have this shade Jet Setter. I like to shake them because it's liquid lipstick and they can dry, like they're weird in the bottle sometimes if you don't shake them. So it's just good to mix them just in case. And I'm not sure if like this is the perfect shade, but we'll try. Not bad. Actually, when I was looking at some of the ombre lips, they were doing the black lip liner the entire way around. It's just not my vibe. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry real quick and I'll be back to finish it off with the black. All right, dried down, and now we're gonna do the black liquid lipstick and see what it's all about. It smells kind of like vanilla, but I'm not really sure. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, that is intense. I don't think the ombre lip is my like cup of tea. Oh no. See, this is messy. I don't know what I was thinking. I am not like, I'm not prepared for this. You guys, what was I thinking? The ombre lip is not my thing. I am just gonna do all black lips. I tried. I really tried. I did make a mess here. I need to clean that up. So I'm not opposed to a black lip. I really wanted to see if I could nail the ombre effect. It's not my forte. When I did the red, like I think it's something that I would need to practice. It's not something I do often, but I like it. I like this. And I feel like if I maybe like a lip brush going in and applying it, vice using the wand from the liquid lip probably would have been better. Let me clean this up and I'll be back for the lip oil. Okay, you guys, I fixed a stray liquid lipstick and this is growing on me. It's kind of giving me like blue under hue. Anyone else seeing that? I mean, it is a black liquid lipstick, but I do want to try the lip oil with it. I'm going to swatch this because when I was looking at it online, it does look like it has a black hue to it when swatched. So just kind of a grayish tone. Not too crazy. It smells so delicious. Anyone else love the smell of their lip glosses and lip oils and liquid lipsticks when they have a decent scent? I don't know why I keep trying to like just prolong what's on my little wand. This feels kind of tingly. I don't remember the Silk Balm having like a tingle effect, and I've got a couple of them in the lip gloss drawer. I do like it when it's shiny. Now, I do wonder if it's gonna transfer. Liquid lipstick, when it dries down, Huda Beauty formula, like it stays put. But once you put a lip gloss or lip oil on liquid lipsticks, sometimes they break down and then they have their transferability back. And I'm not a huge fan of that because especially dark shades, I want them to stay put. Like that is literally the point to me purchasing them as a liquid lipstick. So let's try it. Oh yeah. I mean, it will make it easier to take your liquid lipstick off at the end of the night by applying a lip oil or a lip gloss. That has definitely helped when a makeup balm can't take off a liquid lipstick, because I have some of those that no matter what I use, an eyeshadow or whether it's an eye makeup remover, a cleansing balm, a cleanser, like sometimes my liquid lipsticks do not budge, but if you put a lip oil on top of it or a lip mask, something to kind of like slick it up and break it down, sometimes those work. I have a feeling that will help with taking this off. It kind of looks like liquid latex on my lips right now. All right, before I close out this video, I do want to talk about something else that I picked up when I placed my order with Huda Beauty, because I did order it off of her website, which like I said, I did not pay for priority shipping, and it was literally overnighted to me. I've never ever had that happen to me, and her and I want to say Natasha Denona, my last two purchases, like super fast without priority shipping. I will take it. I'm not complaining. I absolutely love that, and so glad it got here so quickly. Now, the Kayali Oud Collection that was just released. There's 4 different scents. I was only able to get 2 because 2 of them were sold out. All right, so I had to go and look them up. The 2 that I didn't get is the Oudgasm Vanilla Oud, which I smelled it at Sephora. It smells so delicious. I understand why it is sold out. And then the Oudgasm Cafe Oud. Oh my goodness, I smelled both of those and I was so excited to purchase them, and then I forgot about them. I got home, I got like carried away with everything that was going on, and I just did not have the opportunity before they were sold out. Also, I don't purchase the huge bottles of them unless they do sales or like bundles with them, because they are so expensive, and I have a very extensive perfume collection, so I splurge on the tiny bottles. These are both 10 milliliters. I was able to get a hold of the Tobacco Oud and the Rose Oud. Tobacco Oud, so delicious. So look at the packaging. It is so cute. All right, so I pulled up the keynotes for this. Scent type is Warm Woods. It's the earthy and woody fragrance family, and the keynotes are mandarin, tobacco, and oud. So top notes of mandarin, clary sage, plum, white honey, and geranium. Middle notes of clove and saffron, and base notes of tobacco, patchouli, vanilla, benzone, praline, and oud. Which my question was, what is oud? But It smells so good. This is one of those scents that during the day I'll wear something a little bit lighter for work and a little more like flirty. And then when I go out on a date with Luke or just evening plans with friends, I'm gonna deepen it up with something like Tobacco Oud. This, I love the deep sultry scent of this. It kind of reminds me of, was it Replica Jazz Club? I think that's the name of it. Or even, isn't there a Tom Ford tobacco? I'm pretty sure I have it in my collection. Like, this is something that I would absolutely wear most of fall. It just reminds me of being like by the fireplace, having a nice glass of bourbon. It's sexy, it's sultry, anything to like spice up the scent. I love this. Okay, and then I also got Rose Oud, and I got this because I actually like the scent. I'm not a huge fan of rose. My grandmother absolutely adores rose scented things. I'm not into it, but with the oud, this smells so good. It has the rose scent, but it's not as rose scented as other things. And honestly, like, I like it, but I don't know that it'd be my everyday wear. Not so much as like the Tobacco Oud. I would wear this like all the time. Now, when we're talking about this, the vibe is intense, sensual, and luxurious. Earthy and woody. Scent type is warm woods, and then keynotes are Bulgarian rose, geranium, and oud. It has top notes of pear, lemon, and geranium, middle notes of Bulgarian rose, peony, and base notes of vanilla Madagascar, cashmere wood, and oud. I like this, but it's not something I'm in love with. I know that I wanted like all of the oud scents. I will probably still try and pick up Cafe Oud and Vanilla Oud, but I might pass this one on to my grandmother. Yeah, I like it. It's just, it's not my thing. You guys, let me know. Did you pick up any of the Oud Collection perfumes? Did you pick up the palette from Pretty Grunge? I absolutely adore this palette. And the lip. We are probably going to do a lot of black lips the rest of fall. Okay, you guys, before we end out this video, I did hint at the beginning of the video that I was going to be doing my holiday giveaway at the end of the video. There is a link in the drop down box so that you can click on there and enter multiple ways. So you're not limited to just one entry, depending on if you have Instagram. I think Pinterest is on there. Going and watching the most recent YouTube video. There are multiple ways to enter. Definitely look at all the available options for you to do that. But I have also been asked, what's in the giveaway? In previous giveaway videos, it's usually in the comments asking what it is, and I usually keep it a mystery. This is not everything. This is just some of what is in the giveaway drawer, but I figured I would kind of show you guys what you could possibly receive if you win the giveaway. There are some things that I received from Sephora that I decided to pass on to you guys, or if I picked it up in a subscription box, as well as I ordered quite a few holiday releases that I am going to also include in the giveaway. They have not necessarily shown up yet, so stay tuned to see what videos and what things I tell you are going to be put into the giveaway drawer. This holiday giveaway will end January 15th. And then once the 15th at 10 a.m. happens, I will contact the person from my personal email, which is beautybyashleychan@gmail.com. It is the only email I have that will contact. And if I can't get a hold of you via email, I will also direct message you from my Instagram, which has been linked through this video multiple times, as well as linked down below. So anything outside of that is not me, and do not give them your address. Do not give them your details. I will contact the winner personally. They will have 48 hours to respond, and if not, I will pick a new winner. But some of the things that you could win in the giveaway, I have a couple things from Rare Beauty and Natasha Denona. Those were in my Sephora haul, as well as the Danessa Myricks Beauty Lightwork Volume, I think it's 4, the I Am palette. This is just one of the shades. I did pick up the palette. I still need to review it. The Glowy Super Gel from Say, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Dreams Luxury Palette in Pillow Talk Dreams. I do have this in my collection. I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorites for like just a neutral look, whether it's on the weekend, going to brunch with the girls, or going to work. I have quite a few things from Kaleidos, which if you haven't seen that review, I talk about some of the things that I put in the giveaway, like 2 blushes, 2 of the lip glosses, the brush that came in it, the Pat McGrath Labs Intensifies Eyeshadow Primer. I absolutely love it. And I received it at Sephora. Charlotte Tilbury. We have Kilian, what is this? Good Girl Gone Bad. The Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0. There's the Makeup Forever lip liner. We have Phase Zero Quad Eyeshadow, as well as Laura Geller. The Pacifica Mineral Mascara and Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. A brush set. I have too many brushes and I would rather pass them on to you guys. Some stuff from Tower 28, as well as First Aid Beauty. Like I said, there's still more things to come, so stay tuned for future videos because I will talk about the things that are going into the giveaway drawer prior to the end of the holiday giveaway. But you guys, this is the final look and that is the end of this video. Let me know if you're picking up this collection. Let me know if you're picking up any of the Oudgasm perfumes. I'm really interested in your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the eye look as well as the lip. I know I tried an ombre, it didn't work out very well, but you know, you never learn new things if you don't try. I'm gonna keep trying at it. But you guys, like I said, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to hit a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.